Good morning, puppies. I'll get you out in just a second. Let me set this down. So Penny's puppies have been out here for 4 days now, and they are doing so good. And Ellie's puppies, this was their first night. Last night was their first night being out here. And they did really good too. Checked on them earlier. But now I've got their new mush, and I'm gonna get them out so we can get them going this morning. Hello, little babies. You guys are so cute. All right, set you down. That's one. You guys did good on your potty trays. Look at that. My goodness, we had a lot of poop, which is great for me to see. That means that they are eating and staying hydrated. So I'm gonna get these other guys out, but we actually had to make a modification on their potty tray, and I will tell you about that a little later. So like I was saying, this moment where they are eating is so crucial. That 4 to 5 week mark when we're weaning them is so important because moms are kind of over nursing. They have teeth now, they're mashing on their bellies, trying to get that milk out more, right? But Penny's puppies, the first time, they did so good. I brought them out here and exposed them to the puppy mush for the first time. And where is Miss Blue? Miss Blue, all she wanted to do was lick the side of the bowl. It was so funny. Or lick a brother or a sister. She wouldn't actually put her face in the bowl. It's a big transition going from nursing to finding your food in this little bowl. So it was really funny. And then, of course, Pink and Black, they were the first ones to the bowl and the last ones to leave the bowl, which makes sense because they are my chunkiest ones of all. I mean, look at this guy. Super chunky. Puppies, come here, what are you doing? That's right, good job. I love watching them walk and even start to run. They just wiggle so much, it cracks me up. But you can tell such a big difference in the amount of comfortability of these guys. So Penny's puppies, like I said, have been out here for 4 days now. And Ellie's puppies, this is their first time because they transitioned last night, but they have not even seen or been in this environment. And so they're gonna be naturally huddled up a little more. But in a couple of days, and by next week's video, you guys are gonna see them running around just like Penny's puppies. That's right. Oh, there goes Miss Pink stepping in the food. Oh, hold on. Now she's gonna be all cold. I got a little blanket. Oh, come here. Well, it might not affect her at all. Come here. There we go. Let's wipe your paws off. I had the towel out because I was making sure that Ellie's puppies weren't too cold. I gave them their puppy mush cold, and next time I am going to give it to them at least room temperature because these guys are the first ones that I've really had affected by that. I want to make sure that they don't decrease their body temperature when they're eating. So now they're all huddled up together and huddled up on me. Sadly, I'm gonna have to move all these guys to go get that wobble board, right? I know. They're so sweet and so tiny. Look at this little guy. All right, I'm gonna move them over and then I'm gonna go get the wobble board and I can put them all together and huddle up. So I do the wobble board because it is the first step in getting them used to uneven surfaces. And I know you guys have seen in past videos, we go to the coolaroo and we go to the stairs, but the first thing is doing this wobble board and it gets them used to, hey, did I get your paw? Look. There you go, my goodness. I must have gotten a paw accidentally. It's okay. So we do this wobble board so that way they can get used to an uneven surface, which provides them this idea. Well, go for it. Look at that. I didn't even have to put him on. Good job, Mr. Black. But it gives them, their body, another chance to do something that could be a little stressful, like unsteadiness and uncertainty, and then their body gets a chance to overcome it and show and demonstrate that they can do it. So it's kind of like doing that sound stimulation. It gives them the ability to overcome something quickly, and they can prove that they can move to the next thing. Come on. Yes, good job, Miss Pink. Okay, let's do this. Miss Purple, you're kind of hiding behind over there. There you go. Good job, Miss Green. And so these guys are much bigger, so they are gonna have an easier time to do this. And I might have to help Ellie's puppies off by putting their paws on the ground. Let's start with one of them. Come here, Miss Orange. She's like, you woke me up. But the next progression after this, once they've mastered this, in about probably 3 to 5 days, we will then go to the coolaroo. And then after they've mastered going on and off the coolaroo, then we'll work on the stairs when they get about 6 weeks old. There you go. Mr. Black's going to show you how to do it. Come on. Oh, I hear you. You're okay. So if I put her paws over here, then maybe she can climb out on her own. Yes, come on. You did it. Good job. All right, let's pick somebody else that's tiny. All right, Mr. Blue, we're going to try you next. But Penny's family was so excited to see her. I think that they missed her so much. I think they came every week to visit. Oh, Mr. Blue's just going to hide. Come on, Miss Pink. Show me how it's done. But they came and visited pretty often, which is perfect. We love when our guardian families come over. But when they got to take her home full time, Penny was leaping for joy and was so excited to see them. And we had to put on her little recovery suit. And so we put one of these surgical recovery suits on them to help dry up when they're nursing. Oh, come on, Mr. Blue. And that way it will help compress the milk and tell their body that they don't need to make it anymore. Yes! One more leg, one more foot. Come on. There you go. Good job. Oh my goodness, good job. Okay, let's pick yellow. There we go. I think we're gonna put 2 of them on there. We're gonna put gray. He's our tiniest one. Oh, hello. And so the recovery suit was on her. She was ready to go home, and they were just so excited to be united again. And when I brought Penny's puppies out here to transition, oh my goodness, that was surprising. Good job, Mr. Gray. Did that while I wasn't looking. Very good. All right, Black's gonna go on. Okay, you can do it, Yellow. Come here. There you go. When I brought Penny's puppies out here, as soon as I put them down, they went to the food. But not only did they do that, yes, very good job. Within like 2 seconds of me putting them down, one of them walked on the tray and pooped. I was like, oh my goodness, that is amazing. I was so proud of them. But they have transitioned really well. All right, come on, Miss Lime Green. Mr. Lime Green. And then we need Miss Pink. You haven't done it yet. Come on, you can do it. These guys are so sweet, though. They have puppy picking on Saturday, and hopefully we'll get some names and know where they're all going to, what families are going to pick them. It is one of my favorite times that we get to see all of the families and meet them and see who's going to go with who. Come on, last ones. Mr. Lime Green is usually my social butterfly, so this is surprising that he's not running all around here. There you go. Good job. Look at that. Good job. All right. Let me make sure everybody's done it. Okay, Red, you're my last one. You're the only one that didn't do it yet. So this is a big deal for them because this is so new. When they're in the inside nursery, it's just completely flat. There's nothing to step on. There's nothing to kind of go across. And so when they come out here, this is like a whole new world. It's a whole new environment for them to like expand on and look at. And it takes a couple of days, but then they do so good. They love running around in here and we'll put toys out and play. And then it's amazing the development that happens just in the next 2 weeks. Yes! Very good job, Mr. Red. doing this wobble board really wore them out. Oh, I just felt somebody. Hey, Miss Pink. It is so exciting to see that in just a short period of time, like an hour and a half, how Ellie's puppies have been able to start exploring and feel confident in doing that. So I'm going to check on her area to make sure that we don't have any accidents outside of their den area. So when they are in their nursery, we're potty training them to go in that one section on those potty trays. And traditionally, we have 4 potty trays in here surrounding where they are sleeping. Obviously, I put a little dog bed in there for sleeping, and then they have their mush. And so this is their eating, sleeping, and playing area, and this is their potty area. And so you're gonna see it's a little different than our past setups because of a couple of reasons. So number one, Ellie's puppies are so tiny that we had to do something that we've never had to do before. So when we came up with our Little Wolves potty tray, we knew that for some breeds, this was gonna be too wide of a gap for them. But we haven't had to experience that before. It hasn't been too wide for us, but Ellie's puppies are smaller than what we normally have. So I ordered a whole bunch of cookie cooling racks to zip tie on top to make sure that these areas are small enough that who is that? Mr. Red? He's trying to settle in the group and he's like, where do I go? What do I do? I'll get him in his nursery and then they can be so happy and together. But like I said, I had to get these cookie cooling racks. I ordered a variety of them and found the perfect ones to fit on top. And so it just creates this boundary for their feet so their feet don't go through. Now it's not unsafe for them to go through because it's such a small amount, but it does make them a little more uneasy to go on the tray. We actually have already gotten the start of a prototype to be made for a topper to go on Little Wolves because this is something that we have heard very often from breeders or from people that have such small dogs. So for Ellie's puppies, I put these potty pads out here because I didn't order enough of the cookie cooling racks to put on top. So I have these, and then on Saturday, my other ones will come, and then they'll have the 4 trays in here like I normally do. But until then, I'm gonna put potty pads out here so that way they still can be successful in their potty training. And I'll just come change them more frequently so that way they don't step in their poop, which is no fun for anybody. But for these, I'm actually going to leave the poop in here because this is just day 2 of them being out. And I want them to naturally want to come over to this area to use the bathroom. And so having that leftover poop on there will draw them over to this. And then in a day or 2, then I'll start changing it because they'll get the routine down and they'll be ready to just keep using this and not potty in their den area. But they are definitely all worn out and I need to go get them.